Hey everyone. Okay, so yeah, this chapter is basically the equivalent of Shiki taking the two options his mother gave him and said, "Nah, I'm gonna create a third option all my own." And it's like Shiki's plan in itself, what Shiki's planning to do in order to draw a chronophage to Mother, in order to revert her back to her planetary form. It is a bold plan, a very bold plan, and honestly, the pretty much way that Shiki lays it out in this chapter, the way he discusses his plan with everyone, and the steps towards achieving it, it's a plan that it's a bold plan that honestly you can understand the thought process and how this could really actually work. The thing about it though too is that for pretty much as much as this plan as I want this plan to succeed, and I genuinely think it can, there's also so many factors at play here that could go supremely wrong. Like for example, like his the way he tasked like Ziggy with distracting one long enough in order to for the plan to go unnoticed. That's one part where I'm like, okay, Shiki, that's one part of the plan that is relying on a lot of what ifs and a lot of hopeful thinking. Like doing doing this under one's radar is a little bit of a can it even be done? And it's one of those things too where I'm like, I'm not convinced that one isn't at least somewhat aware of what is already somewhat aware of what he's doing. But even taking one out of the equation too, it's like where are where the one thing that is kind of like the one thing that is still like an unknown quantity in this situation is where are the other two, like where are the other two Orashi Seis Galactica? Like unless Mashima had completely forgotten about them up to this point, like the fact that they're missing says to me again they are going to be one of the. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Cure and Cure and Freya are the biggest unknown quantity in this situation, and the moment they appear, I think that is gonna, if the moment they appear, that is gonna throw this whole fucking plan into disarray if they can't keep the situation under control enough for Shiki's plan to succeed. So it's like it's again the way it's being laid out is a very bold plan, but there's still a lot of unknowns as to how this is even going to succeed. It's, I think overall it's still like overall I think it still will succeed, but it's like there's there's still a few things that make me say, can this work flawlessly in the way that Shiki's making it sound like it will? And that's what I'm saying. There's going to be some kind of hitch to this. There has to be. Um, with oh now, with that said, I do now. The other thing to talk about though with this chapter is that with this whole plan in itself, it really is kind of the it really is the kind of plan that where Shiki is risking it all in order to end it all. That's basically the other best way to describe this, because at the end of the chapter, Shiki basically pronounces, "I am going to destroy the chronophage," and my question is how, because here's the thing about the chronophage, to me, is that just in the way that Mashima has portrayed it within the story itself, the chronophage has always felt like like some kind of natural force, like some kind of genuine force of nature, like basically the wind or basically kind of like this like the weather itself, like this like wind wind, rain, snow, whatever. It feel the chronophage at this point has felt like a natural force of nature that you can't control, or that you can't that you can kind of control through her power, but also can't really do anything in order to prevent it from happening. So it's like destroy it or anything. So like, what exactly is it about this situation that makes Shiki say, "I'm going to destroy it"? What is it that gives him confidence that he even can destroy it? That's kind of my big question. Because again, I don't doubt he can. Like, he seems pretty confident in his ability to destroy the chronophage, but again, the question is how. How are you going to destroy something that, again, arguably is just a pure force of nature in this world? That's kind of just my big question about it. I don't know, and it's like the way it feels impossible, honestly. Like, even for it feels impossible to do, honestly. But maybe that's just me. Um, and yeah, it's like, and I kind of love a lot of, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I love one thing I do appreciate about this chapter though is whether or not this plan succeeds. I really like seeing. I really like how seeing Shiki lay out his plan itself. It does show his growth. Like this whole plan itself, it whether it succeeds or not, is like a very big brain strategy, you could say, and it's the kind of plan that really shows that Shiki is not a dumbass. Shiki might be a little bit of a fool at times, but he is genuinely smart, and I don't want to power scale intelligence to other of Mashima's characters, but honestly, in some ways, I think he might be one of the smarter antagonists that Mashima has created. Like, it's not something that's discussed a lot, but this chapter really did put Shiki's intelligence at the forefront, and just how well he is at forming a genuinely coherent strategy. It's just a matter of whether or not the strategy can even work, kind of thing. So yeah, it's like I really appreciate how this chapter did just showcase his intelligence in itself. It's again just a matter of whether that plan can succeed or not. And yeah, I think I get with Shiki kind of tasking Ziggy with the job of needing to, again, the other thing that kind of pushes forward that something's gonna go wrong to me though too is that with Shiki having tasked Ziggy with the thing of of keeping one busy, that to me says something's gonna go wrong too. So yeah, um, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much. And I just one final thing I will say is I just loved seeing all their reactions, like all the reactions of the crew to Shiki's plan. It's like it's either stunned silence for some and just like, "Are you fucking crazy?" kind of thing from others. It's like, have you not met the man? Have you not known who this man is? Like, seriously, like, that's kind of within what he does. So yeah, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, which notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight of signing off. Later, everyone.